Welcome to Demon Nightmare. True horror stories. Tap the stone. Join the nightmare.
Where neighbors whisper and doors never stay closed.
This house never forgot its last family.
Support the darkness. Subscribe now. Now. Help us reach 10,000.
Welcome to a place where time stands still, where stone angels weep beneath a canopy of ancient trees. This is Highgate Cemetery, London's most magnificent city of the dead. For over 180 years, its winding paths and ivy-choked mausoleums have guarded the final rest of poets, thinkers, and artists. But beneath its serene, Gothic beauty lies a history far more chilling. They say that when the fog rolls in from the heath, the silence is broken by more than just the wind. Stories whisper through these weathered tombstones, tales of restless spirits and shadows that linger long after the sun has set. What really happens here after the iron gates are locked for the night? Today, we venture into the heart of the darkness to uncover the most terrifying legend of Highgate Cemetery. The story that truly sealed Highgate's haunted reputation erupted in the late 1960s and early 1970s. It all began with whispers, local tales of a tall, dark figure with a ghastly face seen drifting through the cemetery grounds. Some said it was the ghost of a nobleman who practiced black magic in Romania. Others claimed it was something far older, a king of the undead awakened from his long slumber. The local press caught wind of these stories, and soon, a full-blown media frenzy was born. The figure became known as the Highgate Vampire. Self-proclaimed vampire hunters, David Farrant and Sean Manchester, led rival factions, each determined to be the one to find and destroy the creature. They spoke of animal carcasses drained of blood found near the tombs and of hypnotic, glowing eyes that paralyzed anyone who dared to look. The legend grew, and on a Friday the 13th in 1970, a mob of amateur hunters stormed the cemetery gates, armed with stakes and crosses, ready for a supernatural confrontation. While they found no vampire, they unleashed a wave of terror and fascination that has never truly left these grounds. The legend of the Highgate Vampire became as much a part of the cemetery as its stone and soil. Now imagine this. The last tour has departed. The heavy gates have been locked. The sun bleeds its final light over the London skyline, and you find yourself alone, walking the labyrinthine paths of the West Cemetery. The air, once filled with the sounds of the city, is now heavy with an unnerving silence. Every crunch of leaves under your feet sounds like a cannon shot. You navigate through the famous Egyptian Avenue, where the grand, imposing tombs feel like portals to another world. The temperature drops suddenly, a cold spot, the kind that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end. You tell yourself it's just the evening chill, a draft winding through the ancient stones. But the feeling persists, a prickling sensation on the back of your neck, the unmistakable feeling of being watched. You stop listening, nothing, just a whisper of the wind. You continue walking, a little faster now, trying to shake off the growing dread. That's when you see it. Out of the corner of your eye, a movement in the mist. You turn, your heart pounding against your ribs. Standing at the end of the path, partially obscured by the swirling fog and the long shadow of a Lebanese cedar, is a figure. It's tall, unnaturally so, cloaked in what looks like a long dark coat from another era. Its form is indistinct, a silhouette against the fading twilight. You freeze, every instinct screaming at you to run, but your feet feel bolted to the ground. The figure is perfectly still, a statue carved from shadow. You can't make out a face, yet you feel its gaze fixed upon you, an intense, malevolent pressure. Slowly, it begins to move, gliding rather than walking, its feet making no sound on the gravel path. The cold deepens, seeping into your bones, an unnatural, grave-like chill. It's getting closer. The darkness around it seems to coalesce, to thicken, as if it's pulling the night itself around it like a shroud. Suddenly, it stops, and from the inky blackness where its face should be, 2 points of light ignite. Red, a burning, hypnotic crimson that seems to bore directly into your soul. Your breath catches in your throat. Your mind is screaming, but your body is paralyzed, held captive by that terrifying gaze. The world around you dissolves into a nightmare. Your vision flashes with horrifying details of the cemetery, the grotesque screaming face of a stone gargoyle, the rusted bars of a tomb bent outwards, a crypt door hanging ajar, revealing a pitch-black interior. The air is thick with the smell of damp earth and decay. The glowing red eyes are all you can see, pulling you into a vortex of pure terror. You feel a profound weakness, a draining of your very life force, as if the creature is feeding on your fear. Just as you feel your consciousness about to shatter, the figure turns. With an impossibly fluid motion, it drifts towards a large, ornate mausoleum and simply vanishes. It melts into the solid stone wall of the tomb. A moment later, a deep, resonant boom echoes through the cemetery, the sound of a heavy stone slab slamming shut from within. The red eyes are gone, the oppressive cold lifts. You're alone again, shaking in the darkness, with a story that no one would ever believe. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the dark, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of our next chilling exploration. Stay safe out there.
You arrive.